So, you want to know how to make a birdhouse? Well, I'll show you how. First, you're going to need to know that there are tons of different types of birds, and they all like different types of birdhouses, and some even don't use them at all. If you're going to want to attract small birds to your birdhouse, you will want a birdhouse that is not as big and has a smaller entrance hole on the front. Oppositely, if you want bigger birds to nest in your birdhouse, you will need a bigger birdhouse and a bigger entry hole in the front. The birdhouse that we are going to make in this video is going to be for smaller to medium-sized birds like house finches and chickadees. First of all, we're going to go over what you'll need to do this project. You will need either scrap wood like I'll be using, or buy some lumber from the hardware store. You'll need wood stain of your choice and a paintbrush. You'll need a drill and drill bits. You will need screws as well. You will need either a table saw or a miter saw like I will be using in this video. If you don't have either of these two saws, you could always use a hand saw, but obviously it will take a lot longer to use. You will need a eye bolt with a bolt threading on it and two nuts that will fit on it. Now it is time to start cutting the wood for the birdhouse. You'll need a piece of wood that has a width of about 5.5 inches and measure and cut that piece at 9 and 11/16 long. This will be the front piece of the birdhouse. The next piece will be the same width and measure and cut the piece to 10 inches long. This will be the top. The next piece will be the same width, and you will need to measure and cut the piece at 7.5 inches long. This will be the back. The next piece will be the same width, and you will need to measure and cut it at 9 3/4 inches long. You will need two of these pieces because these are going to be the sides of the birdhouse. Now take the two sides, and on one side of that side, measure and mark 7 3/4 inches and draw a straight line from there to the corner of the other side. After you do that and cut along the line, we will have an angle that we need to have the roof sit on. The last piece will have a width of 3 14/16 inches long, and you will measure and cut it at 5 6/16 inches long. This piece will be the bottom of the birdhouse. Now take the bottom piece and cut a little bit off each corner. This will allow any water that might get into the birdhouse to drain out. Now it is time to drill and screw all the pieces together. Now take the two side pieces and put them side by side, put the back on, and you're going to drill 2 holes on each side of the back into the side pieces. Now you're going to put a screw into each of those holes. Now we're going to take the bottom piece and slide it into the bottom. You're going to put a hole in the middle of each of the bottoms of the 3 pieces. You're then going to drill a screw into each of those holes, attaching the bottom to the sides and the back. Now we will take the top piece and about 5.5 inches down, drill in the middle a hole big enough to fit the eye bolt in. Now we'll take the front piece and we will take a 1 1/8 hole drill bit and drill a hole about near the top in the middle. This will be the entrance to the birdhouse. Now we will take the eye bolt with one nut already on it. Put the eye bolt through the hole on the top piece and then tighten the nut on the bottom piece. Now take the front piece and put it on the front of the birdhouse. Drill 2 holes on each side into the side pieces and 1 hole into the bottom piece in the middle. Now take screws and drill screws into each of those holes. Now you'll take the top piece and stick it on top of the birdhouse. You drill 3 holes on each side into the side pieces. Now drill a screw into each of those holes, attaching the top to the bottom and main part of the birdhouse. Now it is time to stain the birdhouse. Use the paintbrush to put the stain onto the birdhouse. You should only need about 2 to 3 coats of stain to totally cover the birdhouse. I'd recommend you not stain the inside of the birdhouse because the stain might be harmful to the birds if it is used inside. Now, for hanging the birdhouse, you can either hang it on one of these hangers that I've made, which I might talk about how to build in another video, or you could just tie it to a rope and hang it from a tree. It's up to you how you hang it. Now you can sit at your window and see if any birds will move in. Thank you for watching this video on how to build a birdhouse. I hope you will build a birdhouse of your own, and of course, by building a birdhouse of your own, you'll be helping to end bird homelessness, which is a very big problem. Thank you.